Saw like flash part.
That was LeBlanc flashed, right?
Oh, she did.
Oh, and I gave you misinformation.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I thought even if you said maybe, I would have assumed he flash was down.
That's true.
Yeah. Still looking for an engage.
Yes or no? I don't know if he said yes or no.
You said I don't know if you said yes or no.
Yeah, you didn't like respond to his question about Yasuo ulting.
Okay, because I heard something about ulting, and then I
Yeah.
heard Yasuo,
Still looking.
and then wait, hold on. So just was that Momo now or was that Momo in the VOD? I can't tell.
I'm not saying anything right now.
Okay.
Still looking for an engage.
So I know I heard Yasuo talking about Yasuo ulti. I heard me being asked something about a ulti,
Looking for an engage.
and I answered whether I had ulti or not.
Still looking for.
Yasuo.
Oh.
Still looking
And then when I heard this, I think that's what I was right there. When I heard this, did Yasuo ulti?
Still looking for an engage.
I thought you were talking to Soulkeeper because it's in your lane.
Even before this, yes or no? Alright.
Still looking for an
Like, I don't know. So pause
Oh,
at
I
the
did,
tap.
yeah.
Pause right here. Pause at this tap. Right. At this point, how many times have you ganked top?
I'm not sure. Probably at least 2.
Okay.
Might be 2.
Taco's on Shin, who's gonna have absolutely, I can't even say absolutely, very little impact come this mid game. Once we reach like 15, 16 minutes, we have very little except for his ultimate, which is gonna be huge. Damage wise, Shin is on a whole different level when it comes to like being a tank and being that person. He can't get hit in this fucking area. He taunts people. He shows people. He has his own thing that he does in the mid game. We look at the rest of the map. Your mid lane 0-2 and your bottom lane 0-1. You should definitely be trying to gank them more. Granted, yes, you're 0-3. I do see that. Continue it. I want to see who you gank next.
No, he did Yasuo ulti.
Yasuo.
Oh.
Still looking for an engage.
I don't know if he said yes or no.
By the way, I didn't say yes or no. I said oh, because I thought you were talking about Yasuo and
You're
me.
passing top. Granted, yes, it's fighting, but
Let's play
this is where you spent majority of your game. Was top lane with the Shin. There's a huge
True.
right now.
Let's see if we can get you this turn. We're gonna release you from here.
See, a part of the reason that I'm up here too is because of pathing. Because I went to get red. It's the best place for me to go right out of the farm. If I went bot,
Black Shield 20.
I mean, I could have got Wolves and Grunt,
Huge unknown right now.
but I gravitated towards the
It's
bot.
also coming up soon.
Stuff. Let's see if we can get you this turn. We're gonna release you from here.
Then you also drop Herald up top. Wave's
Yes.
already ahead.
Wait, what show? LeBlanc didn't flash?
It,
No, she just flashed.
He's back bottom.
At the
Dragon
point-
spawning.
Bot again.
at the point in time, it seemed like the best place to me for the Herald. It was way earlier than this.
LeBlanc should be dead. Yeah, get.
Good
Oh,
shit.
it's not.
I'll drop a poppy. I'm on my way to help.
What's up, Poopy? Oh, fucking hell, man. I can get my empowered Q off. Or else I'm gonna
Jinx Sunfire lives if he can do is just walk up the river there. Didn't have to turn and fight.
Time to reset though.
Not with Shin
Yeah,
coming.
we can go for Drake.
We killed him Mumu bottom because they tried to dive us.
Camille's here too.
And now Shen's near the dragon pit. You can call. Granted, go back some. Let me see how much health you at.
Camille's here too.
Okay, you have more than 3/4 of your HP. Granted, no mana and no smite, but I think right there with 4 of us on the bottom half of the map,
How about
we
working with you?
definitely do that. We do that 100% of the time because it's free at that point. Because you just killed their well, Mumu was dead and who else was dead?
Poppy's
I forgot.
not
I
on
already
it.
forgot who else. Was Poppy dead?
Poppy wasn't dead. Poppy's right there.
Who died? That's
Flag
not
died.
Mumu. So LeBlanc's already dead. The Mumu's dead.
Camille's here too.
That's why I think we should have went there. LeBlanc doesn't have TP,
True.
so it was a
She
3v4 right there.
I think she would get there in time though.
That depends on if we focus down the dragon or not, or what are we doing? Are we looking to fight, or are we looking to? It depends on what we do.
We can't ignore them. I mean, we can't just straight up.
How about
The
working?
Poppy's way ahead of me. Like,
Poppy's
Alright.
not on it.
Poppy's bottom again.
I have Ultium.
Get right back.
Yeah, they're waiting for a moo to come
Have to
back
go on
up.
the dragon. Big
Be
dragon.
there now.
I'm coming to gank bot.
We watched them walk into the
Never
pits
mind.
though.
Can we look on Poppy?
Oh,
yeah,
man.
this is just a straight up a mistake because of the timing.
Yeah,
was
you
really
taking that blast cone over?
Yeah, Poppy just chunked me for half my HP.
bad. Yeah, she was doing that.
I'm scared to go mid now.
I have a legit question.
What's up?
And this is when I asked
Bot
him
lane
about
just not be heard?
what was happening earlier.
Is that what's happening? I
What-
don't know if you
what-
just don't hear us. What?
What is the what is in query?
Okay, so when you die in the river, I asked about timers for Yasuo. Got nothing from it. Then when you said let's get the dragon, right after we killed a Mumu, we didn't say it. So that's probably another miscommunication. You're on the bottom half of the map. I don't see why we're not trying to kill him at all to take the dragon, because you said let's get the dragon, but we can't gain any type of priority for dragon playing through like
Unless that wasn't you who said let's get the dragon.
gain any type of
I did say let's get dragon, but
I believe.
I said I'm gonna reset and let's get dragon.
Camille's here too.
I think that's what I said here.
Yeah, 50 mana because you just queued for no reason right there.
That's gonna be time to reset though. Yeah, we can
Well, just to try
go
to
for Drake.
back in a place where I can't be interrupted.
Camille's here too.
ASAP.
Camille Drake. Be time to reset though. Yeah, we can go for Drake. Be time to reset though.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
we can.
Am I saying having time to reset?
That does give me time to reset though.
That gives you time to reset.
We can go
So
for
we can go for Drake.
See,
Camille's here
I-
too.
that's where it's wrong. You didn't have time to reset because we had a window to take dragon. 'Cause if we go back to when you had just queued, right?
Go for Drake. That
Look at
does
him,
give me
like-
time to reset though.
Boom, he dies. Look at the map state right here.
Go for Drake.
That was 15 and 20 seconds on the
Camille's here
Mumu and
too.
a LeBlanc. That's enough time to go to the dragon. Granted, Camille is there, but Taco's stronger than Camille. Is he not? Taco's ahead, right? We matched our top laner, we matched our jungler, and then we have Yasuo versus Caitlyn Morgana. Granted, Yasuo's kind of strong.
I don't know.
Yes. There's more bodies,
Taco? Say
so
hi.
there's a higher chance. It's a higher percentage play for us to go for that Drake right there, instead of
I
waiting
have Ultium.
for them to all come up and then not even go and check the Drake.
Yeah, they're waiting for a moo to come back up. Should be there now.
I'm coming to gank bot. Never mind.
Can we look on Poppy?
The way that I think I saw it playing out, or should have, is
He's not on.
we should have had like
Taco?
Shen holding more space
So much fun.
towards the Drake, and or helping
I
you
have
push out
Ultium.
Yasuo to get Priam.
Yeah, they're waiting for a moo to come back up.
And then once I get there, it'll hold even better than. And then once
think-
so far it's there.
Too late for that.
Mind.
I don't think we even need
Okay.
Prio here, just because we have the sheer
Never
numbers
mind.
advantage. Like priority isn't
Back up.
required when you have numbers, right? That
Oh,
just
fucking board,
it's become basic math. 3 versus 4. We have a higher chance of beating them and taking the objective. Instead of now it's even and we still don't have priority, and now we just lose a streak for free. That was like that. I feel like that was like our only like real chance to get this bottom lane even.
Yo, wait, is Momo
Probably
actually
just
alive
chunked me
now?
for half.
So what?
Yo, dude,
I don't know what he said, but
that's
yes,
alive now? Yeah, dude. Welcome back.
thanks. But I don't know. I just don't believe that we should have played through top when we have Tarko on a champion like Shen, who's going to make it to the late game regardless of if he's fed 0-10 or if he ran it down 0-10 or if he got fed 10-0. I don't think it would have made much of a difference, honestly. 'Cause Shen's just one of those picks that it's always going to be good for the team fight. He's always going to be good later in the game.
He's like Orn.
Kaylin and Vlad, if they're not okay in the beginning of the game, they're bad later because they don't have any damage, so they can't do shit. Like later on in the game, like I couldn't even clear waves. I still wasn't killing a back wave with a single Q. That's how I knew I was super weak. I couldn't last hit because I didn't have enough AD. I couldn't clear waves. So it was just all around bad, like the entire time. And I just felt like their bottom lane, the Amumu Yasuo, they had a clear objective. They wanted to play bottom. Okay. Because they sent Camille to sit on the island with the Shen. Cause that's all Camille has to do. She just has to go even. She'll be okay later. That's what most top laners do. They're okay up there by themselves. Mid lane, yeah, that was LeBlanc versus Vlad. That would have went however it would have went. But bottom lane, they needed to get ahead. They needed to play like into us. So that's why Poppy kept on coming down there. Poppy came down early. Then she returned multiple times. While me and Morg was just there. It's like, all right, now we're on the back foot. We're gonna play under our tower, and we played under our tower for so long, and we didn't get any help. I just feel like we dropped the wrong side of the map. That's what happened. You seen a lead top, and you wanted to push that instead of saying, "Oh, you have a lead. All right, you are okay now. Let me go somewhere else and try to play there." Granted, you were down, yes, but just because you're down doesn't mean you gotta like autopilot into just trying to push the head lane ahead and leave the down lane just even worse than what it originally was.
Um. Opportunities wise, top obviously opened up the most opportunities to me. Mid, until I had ult, was all but until or unless I had ult was all but kind of useless to try to gank. Unless like I knew specifically that her blink was down. Even though I did try there once with ult. But bot lane, I know that anytime that I come down bot and Poppy is gonna be down there too, that she's just gonna outright smash us and me. I'm so far I'm so far behind her. I don't know if you realize how she was like 3-0, and I was like, I don't know if I was 0-3. I might as well have been. I'm talking like early mid game.
Wait, I want to say this. You're saying top. I hadn't watched the full game, but I just want to say this. You said top gave you the most opportunities. You're talking about lane positioning or champ base? Because I feel like Morgana Caitlyn's actually easier to gank on Vi from personal
No, Camille
experience.
made it easy up there. Camille
Yeah,
come trying to fight
lane
Taco.
positioning. On the other, I mean, as far as lane positioning, Momo and Soulkeeper were early on until they started getting ganked. They were pushed up constantly.
We were up for it. We got ganked early, and then we started playing back from there. We had one time where we were too far forward. Then we were like, okay, we can't play up there anymore because she's gonna just come down here and be a menace. So then when we played the lane even, we got ganked. We
See-
played the lane back. She still showed up multiple times. Even when we were far under our tower, she just showed up because she could.
This right here at this point, when I see this, like she practically has her. She doesn't technically have it, but she practically has her mythic. But when I see this, like I don't want to be anywhere near Poppy. Like I want to be doing things opposite to Poppy.
See, but
So when Poppy shows up into our lane, you're just like,
The
oh,
thing is
well,
preventing
Poppy's down there.
that,
Not
though.
gonna go down there. That's just
yeah,
what
the
it
thing is preventing that, because then that's how Poppy gets that.
So at that point, now you're playing with your tail between your legs, and you don't want to. At that point, you don't want to play the game.
No, not I
Yeah.
don't want to play the game. I want to play opposite
The-
of her. I want to try to play the opposite
The
side of
thing
the
is,
mechanism.
by that point, it's 9-3, and I see this game's already lost. The thing is stopping that, right? You want a position to try to prevent the jungler from getting that, right? And it could not only be Poppy; it could be any other jungle champion. You know, you want to stop that from happening. And honestly, with a coordinated dive, if you catch Poppy out with a deep ward or something with coordinated Shen Vi combo, you know,
It's Poppy jungle.
you can shut that down.
You couldn't really catch her. She was in the
No,
jungle.
no, I know, but I'm saying like with a coordinated Shen Vi roam, you could still affect that though. Like even if Poppy's like 1-0, like with a coordinated Vi Shen combo, you could still shut that down.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's,
I think that
it's fine.
the biggest prevention would have been preventing her from getting ahead in the first place like that. Because I mean, Poppy in particular is also like she also she isn't 100% stuff why, but her counter gank is gonna be disgusting.
No, but that's why you counter her, so she posts 6, 'cause she can't stop your ulti even with her W, because your ulti makes you unstoppable, so she can't cancel it.
I thought we were gonna play
Yeah.
something different because I thought we played it the first game, then I thought we were switching it up. I didn't think we were gonna run it back. We locked Morg first, so that already was showing like a completely different team comp. I seen a Vlad hover, but then we locked Shen and Caitlyn. Like those are 3 completely different champions, and Vi probably just didn't fit here. I don't know who would have fit here, honestly.
And I would
And that's the first game. That team comp, that Vi worked with this comp because Nami, Lucian, Kled all want to go forward. On the second team comp, it's Shen, Caitlyn, Morg. We don't want to go forward.
Honestly, instead of the Vi for game 2, you could have actually gone Amumu. I feel like Amumu was a little better.
Yeah, I actually was thinking that's the first person I was thinking of, but they took a movie.
Because Vi has to
Amumu
go
got-
super deep,
got
and you tend to
picked
build her
early.
boost.
I should have picked first, to be honest.
Amumu was my first choice.
Okay, so right there with that pathing, when she killed you there, when you gank, you already have to try to assume that based on pathing, she's actually already on her way there. So that was kind of
Yeah.
just you not thinking about it.
Yeah,
After
I feel
this-
that.
Yeah,
Jungle's
you walk back
chest.
to the lane. You just walk
Yeah.
with the lane.
You walk through lane and go through your side of jungle. You go up through your tribal.
You walk with Shen, not away.
Yeah,
from
you walk
Shen.
with Shen. See, because now look, boom, you're dead.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
You
true.
always want
That
to try
was
to
before
think like
Taco
you're
even
dead.
got to respond. Now she has 2 kills. I think she got 1 bottom.
I think she got 1 bottom, 1 from me, and 1 from mid.
Now this is gonna sound super toxic the way I say it, but
And don't
I'm-
say it.
okay, never mind then. Well, no,
you
I
acknowledge,
reward
you
it.
acknowledge that it was toxic.
No, I'm gonna reward it. You shouldn't be in her jungle at all, especially when you're. I don't know why you're there.
I can try and show you. I think it was a fine move for the first part of it. I stole her blue, but then I got too greedy. And I went for a grunt too.
Hey, my bad, I'm back. My parents were talking to me, so I had to deaf him.
Are they fighting with you? I'm sorry.
No.
We're forward here. Forward as fuck.
Yes, you are.
Let me skip over this. Actually, no, I live. It's fine.
He said he can skip over this.
No, okay. Whenever you see me die, I played lane like shit. I just came back in
We're
2
still
seconds.
super forward. This is our first pair of deaths.
Yeah.
Taco gets first blood up top, I believe. First.
Well, I also don't think Vlad's the pick here.
I'm just trying it out.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm just saying comp wise though.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, she gets first blood there.
So here you can see it as 2 ways, because I could have reminded you guys that Poppy is probably going to be looking for a gank right around this time, because I did mention that earlier, but I didn't re-mention it as the time came up, because I knew she was going to be level 3. Or you guys could have been like, well, hey, like, the jungler's probably going to be looking for a gank right about now, we shouldn't be so far out. That could have been either way.
Alright, so did we see her go into my jungle? Or am I just assuming that she's there?
I think I said it. I said Poppy's gonna take your entire bottom side.
Okay, so that's why I moved into her jungle over here.
But
So-
she did take something, didn't she? She took your Grump, I believe.
Did she?
Gromp. Yeah, she took Gromp.
And she took Grump, I think so.
Yeah, she took Gromp.
Did she? No, it was already
Grump
gone.
not up.
She didn't actually take it. She
She
just
went and checked it.
she just went
She
to
took
look.
Scuttle. Took Scuttle. And then
Yeah.
went to go check in your jungle, I think. Yeah, she
Yeah.
checked in your jungle, didn't see anything, so back. That, but we did say she was in your bottom side jungle.
Yeah, so that's why I went for her blue. So I should have took the blue and then left. I assumed that she. I assumed she was. I did assume she was going to be there longer. But there's actually no reason for me to assume that. It's a really bad
Well,
assumption.
yeah,
based
if you
on
don't
information.
have
Now
anything
look
down there, why
bottom.
would you read that?
Pause real quick. Look bottom. We're playing so far back. This is where we. At that point, I think Soul even said, he said, "All right, we don't have control anymore. We're back." So this is where we try to hold it for as long as we can. But you
Okay.
can continue. But she catches you on Grump, right?
Yep.
Will now has a kill. And then the lane's shoving because we see Poppy top. I think we were talking about that in game 2. We were like, "Where's Poppy?" And you're like, "Oh, she stopped." So then we were ready to push it forward again.
That's good. Each took my wrappers. So, yeah, here's just another opportunity, like, just sitting here for free. I'm not gonna, like, not take it. So, that's why I'm spending time up here right now. There's the big goof.
He's now mid.
Then Sunfire gets ganked. So now she's...
Here you know.
yeah. So now I'm scared of her.
But now that we done seen her mid, see now we're playing cautious because she was just mid. We don't know where she's at, and we think she's on dragon. That's what we're thinking right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're dancing. That's why we're not on the wave right now. We're dancing back. So Soul goes and checks.
That makes sense. And see, because we're assuming that she's bot side, and because I know that she's stronger than me, I'm trying to play the other side of the map. So I was just about to start Herald, but I see another gank opportunity, so I'm gonna take that. And now I'm taking the Herald. I know she's gonna get Drake for that.
Yeah,
So-
he goes like all in. So right here, I do believe this is on Soul. I told Soul like, "Hey, back up," and he still went all the way over there. I was like, Soul, that's bad. He knew that too. He knew it too.
I did.
Soul overstepped there. He went way too far forward to go check to see if they were on dragon. When I was saying that, hey, they're on dragon, so that cost him his life.
So the reason I threw Heroed up here is because already Shen is already ahead, but also because it's a quick, easy application where like I know the plate gold's going to be gotten because he was pushed up. I try and gank mid here too, but if I brought it mid, I don't know if it would have been able to get the plates with it. Like I didn't know if Vlad would be able to be in range to get the plates. Could be guaranteed to walk up the plates. Now that I see LeBlanc's health though, I do see that would have also been a safe blow. So that's on me.
So what did you get? 2 plates top, 3 plates top?
It's 3 plates top here. So my idea for how this should pan out as far as the advantage top should go, I'm thinking Taco should be able to take that lead and just do stuff around the map with it. Like the sooner that tower is down, the sooner he'll be able to like push the wave out and start roaming and doing things.
The thing is, that's kind of against kind of how Shen plays, though.
That's true.
Right. Shen's strength comes through him split pushing and being able to
So
show up
even-
at
so,
objectives with.
Pause real
ulti.
quick. Pause. Right here, you're walking top because Poppy's there. If you're so scared of Poppy and you want to do opposite of Poppy, why are you walking top when he's doing Poppy's top? And your bottom lane is shoved all the way in.
It's true.
Granted, you don't have any camps on the bottom side. I do get that.
That's the biggest factor, I think. So, I did start right here. I did start mirroring her, like, oh, she's gonna be top side, so I'll throw my top side. But yeah, if I had camps down there, I'm pretty sure I would have 100% went down there. But as you can tell, I'm already far behind her, so I need to make sure that I keep farming. So right now I'm trying to look for something down here. But I hear there's a ward there. They start backing off.
Back up some. Back up some. A little bit more. Now lock onto you. I want to see what you do. After this, I want to see what you do. Pop, you know where Poppy's at. She's right in front of you. And what do you do?
Start walking towards bot. And then I hear there's a ward here, so I'm like, oh. So I'm thinking about going through river, and then I see them backing off. As you can tell, I'm dawdling because I'm not sure what to do here at this point.
Oh, your item active? What was that?
Yeah, that was just some kind of misclick. I think that was a misclick mistake because I meant to click my boots. And I guess here's where you started asking me about Yasuo ult. I didn't know what you were asking me. What you were asking
I
me.
was asked about some. I asked about his ulti.
First I heard you ask about an ulti, so I was like, oh no, my ulti's down, I used my ulti. And then I heard you ask about Yasuo, and I was like, oh. You're like, no, I'm talking about Yasuo. And I was like, oh. Because I assumed that meant, oh, you're talking to Soul about it. This is your lane.
Got it. Our bottom lane state has not changed. Now you have bottom side camps up. You took your red. But you want to go help top again. Which I do get it. He was fighting opportunities. But now you have what you needed as a prerequisite last time to come bottom this time. But you went top again.
It's true. So right now, my mindset now is like, let me get this tower down as soon as possible. Now, I'm not saying it's the right. Like Tarek's pointing out, Shen doesn't really want to play that way.
Yeah,
So-
because see, what I'm seeing here is it feels like you're saying otherwise, but it feels like you see Shen as 4-1, and you feel like Shen is the only one that could do anything, when Shen's real job is to split push and show up, you know, to follow up an engage or surprisingly to a fight. And just other than that, Shen kind of wants to split push. By you forcing that lane, it puts Shen in a spot where he's gonna have to actively go somewhere else and kind of work against what he wants to do. But it feels like that choice was made because you feel like maybe he's the only one that can do something because he's 1-1.
That's true. Yeah.
Again, Sunflower 100% lives here if he just continues to walk up. I don't know what possessed him to just turn right there, but if he continues to walk up and wait for his shit to come up and like cast it as he's running away, I think he would have been fine. Now here, yeah, you have more health than Poppy, but she had more mana than you. Your top laner just uses TP to come help a fight and then stayed around, which is a good top laner thing to do because hey, dragons will spawn. Yeah, he should stay around. And here,
I preferably want all of you like right here, like just threatening.
he walked back because they showed back up mid. Because one, you recall, so he couldn't walk there. He couldn't stay there because you weren't there. So he had no choice but to walk back mid to go hold it.
I think it could have. I think it could have with like if you guys went over here and walked over here with him. If you guys all were like just around this area, because he was already here. If you went through your tower rather than, because I know you can't walk here. I see that.
You know why we stayed there, right? You know why we didn't move? Do you know why?
Like,
Because you recalled. You were leaving. There was no point for us to leave a wave that was coming into us if you were leaving. And then that made Taco not be able to walk up anywhere because you left. And we didn't move. So I still 100% think that you stay there in a 4v3 for the Drake. Even if it means that that LeBlanc might make it there and we might have to 50-50 it. It's okay to 50-50 things. It's perfectly fine. And now at this point they're so far ahead of us, they can fight us at any given time. Now that the bottom lane's over at this point. That's only our second, that's his third death, but that's only my second death. Like we try to keep it as neutral and as not feeding them as we could until they just got to that point.
Can you pause?
mm-hmm.
Can you pause? I want to talk about a few things. So I do agree with Momo. They're at that point. And if you look at the gold, you may not, you're 2K. You may not feel too far behind. Press X. Because of your presence, all your gold is on Shen. Your bot doesn't really have anything. Look at the gap difference between bot. You're kind of even with Poppy in the gold right now, but all your gold on your team is on Shen, which in reality is actually not a good situation to be at because look at where their gold's at. Their gold's on Poppy, their gold's on Yasuo. Yasuo is damage and Poppy is, pseudo damage. She can soak up, she can deal damage. All your gold is on your tank. That's just realistically you're only 2k gold behind, but all that difference is in the bot lanes. At this point you have no damage in the bot. So because of the presence of putting all that gold into Shen, now your bot lane is just, it was feast or famine to begin with, and now they're just freaking Ugandan kids starving. So, early presence on the Shen isn't terrible if it's, just through pathing, but if you're actively going out of your way to put all your resource into the tank, and while your bot is over there burning, by the time Shen is free or whatever, the bot is already ashes, There's nothing you can do about the Yasuo at this point.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Now, I'm not saying that this is all your fault, Bobby. I'm not. This is definitely bottom lane's fault, along with Poppy showing up several times. But besides that point, this is bottom lane's fault. This is our issue. Yes, it is. But there's just such a huge, a huge. I don't even know how to say it.
missed
There could have
opportunity.
been preventive measures
it
taken.
was- yeah, there were so many. There were steps that could have been taken to help prevent or even help relieve the pressure that was down here, and it all went top. And that should never be the case.
Yeah, because they you know, when Poppy ganked them the first time, they had no ward, and you know, like that
Yeah,
was
that
kind
was
of
on us. That was on us. The second second death, he went to go check a dragon when I told him, hey, they're at dragon. And he said, oh, let me go check. Why are you checking? We know they're there. He dies. Granted, I mean, we'll have to commit a lot, but he died for that. Those are our problems. I try to keep it as you've seen it. I try to keep it as far as on our side as we could. I try to give opportunities like, hey, we're back, we're under our tower. We can take a gank right now. And by the time you came down there for a gank, Poppy was killing a dragon, and then you were in a really bad spot. Like it was just
True.
way too late to show up.
It's true.
And again, it's not your fault. Well, it's not your problem. The bot lane got fed. No, they played their lane correctly, and their jungler played that bottom lane correctly. We didn't. We just that's just what happened. We didn't play it correctly.
Yeah, because even right now, even though Vlad is 1-3, he actually has more gold than LB right now. Like, see, look at that.
Exactly,
Because
because
he's
he's
winning farm.
farming. I
he's
can't farm down there because it's a Yasuo just dashes and starts fucking me up. And then when I do think I can farm, Poppy shows up. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm just gonna I slow bleed under my tower because you know you don't ever get every single CS under tower. So
Oh,
it's
I
a
know
constant
that.
slow bleed the entire time. That's why I'm down 30 CS right here. Because I was up originally. I was up good. And then once I started getting shoved, I just started bleeding and bleeding and bleeding until this happened.
Yeah, see, the issue here, it's not that, like, no, it's not your fault. Like, everyone did things that they could have done better, sure. But the thing is, as a jungler, it's kind of your duty to influence lanes, right? If you're, you know, if you have a lane that's losing, since you're every lane, right? That's essentially your position. Until the lane is dead, nail in the coffin, completely lost, you have the ability to influence that lane a bit, right? You have the ability to try to turn that losing lane to a winning lane until it's like 7-0 and you can't really gank it. But yeah, that's where the issue is. It's like there wasn't the right times because there were some time frames that you could have gone by. You know, you were top helping Shen, which I understand. You know, Shen's ahead, and it's easy to see that 3-0. The thing is, Shen is not your damage. It's like ganking Ornn. It's like getting Ornn 10-0. All that's gonna do is get Ornn speed run to 14, which is in essence gonna kind of help a bit because it's a little beneficial to gank Ornn more. But even then, I tend to leave Ornn's, Shen's, Nasus. I tend to leave them alone because they kind of want to stay top, do their own thing, and show up when they're needed. You know.
Hmm. Okay, I get that. I see it now.
Yeah, it's because it's just a path. If it were something like a Darius, where you're like, oh, I want to free this Darius up so you could show up bot lane and get a pentakill, okay, that's fine. You know, if it were like, let me free this Gnar so he can have a big ulti, you know, or whatever, or even show up bot, get a kill. If it were Kled, you know, if it were any other champion that's, you know, something more damage, Alawi, you know, that's fine. But on a tank, I feel like that was a little too much attention. Like maybe the first gank was okay, but after that, I think you ganked 3 times. A little too much.
I think as a duo in the bottom lane, I think for whatever team comps going forward you want us to play in, I think we should permanently have Soul on a support that has sustain. That's the only way me and Soul can make our lane work without jungle assistance. Without that, playing things like tanks and Morgana who don't have any sustain, unless I have sustain built into my kit, we struggle against lanes like Yasuo or Mumu because they get one good semi-fight on us and we flash out. We don't have no way to stay in that lane. If they get a gank and we get put low health, it's a horrible lane to stay in. Like, if only way we can actually stay in that lane is if we have a sustain lane and we can just, you know, try to make something happen for ourselves. So we've done it before. We've been down in these solo queue games where we're down like 3 kills to the enemy bottom lane. And we have a sustain lane, we farm it out, and then we just come back later in the game and we just end up just pooping on people. But we can't do that if like we're playing things like Morgana or like tanks or Desire. Like we can't. We have to play something with sustain if we're gonna do something like that. If we're expecting no jungler assistance, then we need a sustain lane. That's it.
Yeah, like a Sona
So I
or
think
like even something
going
with heavy
forward, I just
display.
think we should always have a sustained option for the bottom lane. Because being stuck in a situation like that where it's just us two is bad. We didn't get we got like what one. We got help from top and mid after our tower went down. Like we got like a Shin ulti or like I don't even know if Vlad came bot, but if Vlad came bot, it was probably after the tower was gone. Like it was literally just a bottom lane island. It was me and Morgana versus Yasuo and Mumu Poppy. That's what it was. So the Bonk didn't come down because she was stuck with Vlad. And Camille was up there just fighting Shin over and over. So literally it was just an island, a 3v2 in the bottom lane, which wasn't fun. Because even if she didn't have to be down there, she would just show herself just for presence.
Yeah, and it goes to I want to go on to a pick with the Morgana. Morgana is not a bad support. She's a fantastic
We
support
first
if you
picked it.
have gank assistance. Yeah, you first picked it. So Morgana works great through gank assistance, right? She could put the spell shield on you to prevent your gank from getting stopped. Follow up your Q knock up with the binding because your Q is gonna move them a bit, and then that'll clear them out for a binding, and then Caitlyn could put a trap on that. Morgana is a great support. I don't want you to ever veer off the Morgana support because of it, but if you know I do agree with Momo to the fact that if they're going to be playing solo, they need something with heavy sustain, even or heavy disengage, right? Like Janna, Sona, Seraphine, Nami, Taric, like something with a lot of protection. Because you and I have played that bot lane island, Bobby. We've done the Taric and solo queue in like 12 games out of last season, 12 out of 14, and you know but that's because Taric has sustain. Taric has the ability to funnel and shield you and make sure that you don't die as often. Post 60 press R, the ADC's fine. So yeah, if that's going to be the game where like you want a free top lane, it could be another pick. Let's say he picks Alawi up, and you're like, oh, I want to play around top because I know how Alawi gets. She's strong. Just communicate that. Try to communicate your intentions. I know it's hard to dictate the presence of how the lane's supposed to go. Like you had no way to understand a Poppy would be that threatening. No way to know she would be that
Yes, he
all
does.
over the place.
He plays Poppy. He knows just how dangerous Poppy can get.
Oh, I thought you said Poppy wasn't good. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I
No,
mean, like
I was
no
just
pathing wise. He knows how Poppy can get, but pathing wise, because everyone like you have no idea to know if your opponent can be all over the map, right? Like you have no idea to know if that's how they're gonna play.
Oh, I will say though, I did kind of know her general game plan. Or I knew what she was going to try to do early. I mean, it's not that hard to tell, but yeah. I mean, we already talked about the early game gank bot, but I should
Press
have
X one more
reminded
time.
them.
X one more time. Yeah. So even though Shen's ahead of top, 4-1, because he cannot farm as good as Camille, she's got 99 CS. She's
True.
actually almost caught up, and she's actually only 800 gold behind, and that's your winning lane.
It's crazy for a 4-1 Shin.
It's true.
Yeah, for 4-1 Shen, she's only 800 gold behind.
Camille's
So,
not out of that game. You made that lane even. If anything, Camille probably would have been ahead. You made it even for it up there, which allowed him to play into the mid game.
Yeah, because all Camille needs at this point really to get back in the game is one TP team fight, and like maybe to get a kill off your bot lane that's unfortunately non-existent at this point, right? There's nothing they could do if Camille gets on with the ulti. The Hextech ultimatum will just explode Momo and Camille's back.
What happened? It happened a little bit later. I flashed, Gale forced, 90 caliber netted. She still caught me.
Yeah, she
Like,
got
Jesus.
that. She got that Attack on Titan dash. She's flying through the
Stuck
building.
for me. I was like, please, lady, get off of me.
But yeah, just work on knowledge of like what champs want to do, especially when you're jungle, because like early gank on Shen just to free pressure isn't bad, but if you're repeat ganking a Shen or even a Nasus, like I always laugh when junglers repeat gank Nasus. I'm like, okay, well that doesn't really do anything for him because he's just gonna stay top all game anyways, right?
True.
That's another thing I think that we should change. By the way, I don't think we should just follow comps that you make, Bobby. I think there should be a day where we sit down and we discuss what comp we want to play into the next team. Granted, you can have final say so because I know we'll probably sit there for 6-7 hours arguing back and forth on why we want to play this or why we want to play that. But I think we should sit down and actually like discuss as a team what we want to play as a team, because you run into those situations where we're playing things only because you said, "Oh, you should play these." It's not going to be good. Because like example last week, Koala didn't want to play Jarvan. Didn't. He never did. Jarvan was the second option behind the Nocturne. I don't know why. Those situations will pop up, and I think it'll just be easier to avoid them all if we just go over our team comps as a team. And yeah, it's probably gonna be a small headache because you listen to so many people on what they want to play. But you have final say so. You can tell them no, unless they come up with a really good reason as to why and why it fits with what we're trying to accomplish.
That's kind of what I said last week during the draft practice too, Bubby. I said like this is just to get. I wanted to hear everyone's opinion, see what they'd want to play in these matchups, and that didn't really happen. But like, I would kind of push that too if you do practice drafts on yourself in the future, just to, because you may never know. You know, Sunflower may feel comfortable playing Soraka mid into Vladimir. You know, you may never know. But unless you ask him, unless it's picked or drafted out based off what they're gonna pick, you're never gonna know when people feel comfortable on what. You know, i.e., if they have a Nico mid, Lux spot lane, and you want me to play Taric, I'm gonna tell you to go fuck yourself. That I don't play Taric to that. I'm gonna tell you piss off. Like, even if you
It's
call
true.
it.
I don't think that situation really comes up.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, but you know what I'm getting at, though, right? Like, you know, it could
Yeah.
be,
I
you know,
I did have. I mean, after posting said composition with all the options and whatnot, I did open up discussion for everybody.
Yeah, but to be fair, like with those, are you talking about like our champ pools and stuff?
Sorta. It's related to that. It's talking about last week and talking about the composition stuff and who people want to play what.
Yeah. I think we should try to do more of those like practice drafts and stuff together.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I think it did help. And with the Jarvan thing, he wants to play Jarvan, but he specifically didn't want to play it into Nocturne. He felt that it was like a really, really, really shit matchup for him. That's why I was saying no.
I feel that. I think that's a fair concern. Just so I think that's what a lot of practice drafting will help sort out, because you also just don't want to. I also didn't want to just throw something in there that we were all unaware of or all unprepared for, like just throwing the Lee Sin in there. And I don't think Lee Sin actually fixed the problem anyway. I understand that he was trying to do it just based on the matchup on and in of itself, but I don't think it would actually fix the whole issue as a whole. If we had seen the exceptional situation where like Nocturne might pop up through like practice drafts and just coming up with different things that we could have that could fuck up our plans, and then we could sort out ways to deal with it. I think that's the right way to go. Through practice drafts and stuff. So we're definitely going to do more of that. I'm trying to find out who our next opponent is. Raptor hasn't said who our next.
It's not posted yet.
Yeah.
It's not posted yet, yeah.
It's Saturday and we don't know who we're playing yet.
Nope, he hasn't posted. He didn't post the schedules. He hasn't even told me.
It's pretty good.
This league is just falling apart.
It really is, bro. Every time,
This league is just falling
every time
apart.
Raptor comes onto the.
Yeah, I'm trying to
like,
inquire right now.
every
I'll try to let you guys know about it tonight if he tells me.
Alright. Every time that Raptor comes
I'm
on,
the captains, which is
casting,
true. But
Every time Raptor does what, Bubba?
every time Raptor comes on to like cast now, it's just like he's just like drunk and just saying like drunk stuff. I'm just like, yeah.
a lot of people have been complaining to me about Lamb.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people. Like I've had.
I like Lamb.
I've had maybe 18 different complaints on him.
Is it because he doesn't say steez? Like, because he doesn't
Nope.
want to do the steez thing?
That's not it.
Because I can totally understand
People say that he doesn't have a lot of the same complaints, but he doesn't have awareness. He doesn't acknowledge everyone that needs acknowledgement.
Neither does Raptor. The fuck?
that.
Yeah, no, neither does.
Neither
I
does
try to
that
acknowledge
entire
everyone.
Neither
casting
does
desk.
anybody.
Hey,
Neither
I
does
tried to
even
acknowledge
us.
everyone.
No, I'm just kidding.
I try to acknowledge everyone. I season you guys every time I'm up there though, but I try to acknowledge
Equal,
everyone.
equal. I'm just listening. You can't
Yeah.
be aware of everything. 100%.
Just the other day, Sonny was talking about, oh, do we have average name in the top lane? Like, we haven't been running Taco for 3 weeks now. Like, the fuck?
He's over here like, oh, Bobby ADC. Look, oh my
Right?
God,
Like,
Bobby
this,
ADC,
they
that's super
they
bad,
don't
my
even
man.
know our rosters. Like, what? Can't complain about Lamb. People just, I don't know. People are weird. People are just real weird. They want to complain about knowledge about Lamb, but don't want to complain about knowledge about Raptor or knowledge
Well,
about.
I just dislike listening to him. I wish I could like have a mute button on him during the stream. I don't mind anyone else. It's just specifically him annoys me when I'm trying to VOD review.
I feel that. So sometimes you just gotta mute the stream to watch about review. Honestly,
Yeah. I did that. Our last game.
some of them be entertaining, but like a lot of them just be like, "What are y'all talking about? Are we not watching the same game? We're talking about Mortal Kombat, but they're doing a Baron still right now. Can we focus?"
Mm.
It's like watching the LTS and then them talking about the NFL the entire time.
Right.
What is
Like
happening?
that.
Fuck am I tuning in for? Can we talk about what's happening in front of us, please?
He's like, oh yeah, did you know my wife made cookies? I'm like, okay.
Like, great, dude. Do you see the Lulu you just got a pentakill somehow? Like, what the fuck is happening? I don't know. It's just this is just. I remember last season. You have your entire season schedule in the preseason. Like this, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Like, is he just making it up as he goes right now?
I think so.
Oh no.
Where's my light? 'Cause I can't see a damn thing. My cat speaking up fucking breathing. My bad. What's up, Senna? Just looking at me.
Mhm.
Wait, your cat's name's Senna? Dude,
Yes,
that's
I named my
what's-
cat Senna.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I didn't want to say originally. I popped back in here. I'm glad you still have both your legs. I'm glad you're okay.
Yo, barely got both my legs. I'm on crutches, my guy, and being tall and on crutches is the most terrifying thing ever. Okay, I am so scared to fall. It's such a long fall.
Oh, I rolled my ankle the other day.
This shit is not
I rolled-
cool.
I'm short with thick ankles, and I rolled my ankle the other day, and I thought that bitch broke.
You know, it was it.
Well, that's really bad because I got thick tendons in my ankles. I was even told before, like, dude, you got thick ankles, like you must be really good at running, which I normally am.
Ankles.
I fucked up,
Ankles.
but like, I rolled my ankles. That thing swelled up like 6 inches. I was over here like, I think I broke it. The next day, it was just completely purple and black. I'm like, okay, no, it's not. I just, yeah, I goofed it. That's all. But yeah, no, if you could just be more aware of like what your lanes want to do, right? Because the K more kind of actually wants a gank because they're kind of set up for that.
Was Clash
We
active
have a
right the
fucking
fuck now?
Clash. Y'all wanna?
I didn't think Clash was open this weekend.
Y'all want a quickie? Clash?
I'm down for tomorrow. I don't know
I
if
was
we're
gonna
playing
say,
tonight.
I'll pop up if you got 5. If you got 4, I'll pop up. If not, I'll disappear.
I can't clash. I'm gonna go in like 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Is he?
Yo,
He gonna go axe
Just
fucking
out of-
average.
Just gonna see.
you
just gonna see.
honestly, and I do want to say you're gonna need to see if this man's is actually gonna play a game at all this season.
Oh no, I almost.
it's not
I
my-
practically expect he ain't. I mean,
I would ask him
looking
and try to
for-
get like the cut and dry of it, you know, because if not, you need another top laner.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 supports, 2 tops. Are we gonna get another mid? Like, are we gonna do all of that? Because if Koala hits plat, Sunflower and Koala can't play at the same time. Remember?
Yeah.
You gotta
So that
pick
means
one.
that means you're gonna have to pick one, and it's probably gonna be you with Kalala mid. But I mean, on the games that you want to let Kalala play, then maybe you have to let Taco. But then who plays top, right? So figure this out. Yeah, say you still playing on the LTS though? Like, ask him now. Ask him now. Yeah, there you go. Ask let's go now, let's go. Let's do these stuff. Like, nah. I play League with my friends, but I won't play League with you guys anymore. He's too cool. Average got a girlfriend. He's too cool for us now, guys. This is GG.
Mm-hmm. Reminds me of Ellen.
How about try?
Cap.
Try.
That's full cap.
This cat. I ask him next week. Just listening, he says, just like throw him on the spot. Like next week. Oh, did he post it? No.
I did. Let's see. Let's see what he says.
He's
If
capping.
If I'm being honest, I probably wouldn't just throw him in there next week anyway. We need to see him warm up and shit.
I mean, just
Oh, by the way, Momo, can you play this week? No.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
He's got morphine. He's good.
I don't
Solid.
have more. Dude,
This
they
guy.
did not prescribe me morphine. They
Oh,
gave me
okay.
morphine into my IV at the hospital.
Oh,
That was it. I was high for 1 day. I'm not
Dang.
constantly just on morphine.
No, I thought
Unfortunate.
they prescribed you some.
Hella unfortunate, but you know what?
Sometimes it'd be like, you know.
But yes, I'm back. I've been stretching my leg, resting my leg. What happened was I had they said I had a muscle sprain. That's why I lost all like strength into my right thigh. I couldn't even raise my leg, so it was like, yeah, you just have a really bad sprain. I was like, the fuck? So I'm on crutches, and I take like my ibuprofen every once in a while whenever it gets too painful, and I just keep it stretched, and I stay off of it for long periods of time. So I should be fine.
it's working pretty well. Yeah. Right?
What'd they say about like heat cold compressions?
They didn't say anything, honestly. Didn't. I mean, I still use a heating pad, so like, I help it. But I seem to be doing fine.
Okay. Well, I hope it gets better, man.
Thank you very much.
Put a head out.
Okay, see ya, taco.
Jesus.
Peace, Taco.
Actually, I'm about to head out.